Good morning, it's Flylady Kat, and I'm here today to give you peace in your life, control in your home, and to help you learn how to finally love yourself. Today is Thursday. We have a 3-layer cake. Our first layer is our morning routine. It's all our routines. Our morning routine, our laundry, our paper routine, if you have paper. The second layer in the morning would be your laundry, and then followed by well, that's your paper. Wait a minute. I see people coming in. Thank goodness. I've already been on here once for 2 minutes and no one was here. So good morning, good morning. Okay, I'm starting over. The first thing that we're doing is our routines. We have 5 routines. The first 3 happen in the morning routine, the laundry routine, and the paper routine if you have paper. The second 2 happen in the afternoon. That is the after dinner routine and the before bed routine. The next layer of our cake, the second layer, happens in the morning. This is if you're an at-home flybaby, and you're going to go straight into your zone. We're in zone 5. That is the last day of zone 5, the living room. If you've already planned something to do, it's in your planner, and you can go look and see what it is and do that thing for 10 minutes. If you have to declutter, then it's 15 minutes. If you write it in your planner, it will give you the freedom of not making that decision today. It'll already be in there. You've already thought it out. You've already planned it. So put it in your planner. Go look and see what you have to do today. If you're decluttering, you're going to do the declutter, which you all know what that is. If you don't, please go watch my How to Do the Flylady System for Newbies video. Okay, next is the basic weekly plan. The basic weekly plan today is our errands. So we're going to go out in our car, and if you can, depending on the weather, because some of you are having absolutely record-breaking, ridiculously cold temperatures. In that case, put it off for another day. Do it next week. It can wait a week. But if you can, go out and give your donations, and that's going to be great. Get your groceries or pick them up or have them delivered, whatever it is. All of your errands that you can possibly run today, let's run today. Okay. I'm going to take a few minutes. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to talk to you if you're a if you are a payroll flybaby, you're going to go to work after you do your morning routine. When you come back, if you don't have time in the morning to do those other things, you can't. If you do, that's fantastic. But if you can't, you're going to go straight to work, and when you get home, you're going to do your laundry. If you have paper, your paper. You're going to make some supper and let it hold. You're going to work in the living room for a little bit, and then you're going to go straight back and finish supper and then have your dinner. Your errands will be run on your lunch hour if you can, or on your way home, or on your way to work, depending on what they are. Okay, now I'm going to take a few minutes to say hello to everyone. Last night I introduced a new format where I say hello to everyone and then I answered 10 questions. Some of you I think might have thought I was a little scary because I was exhausted, and I apologize. I didn't mean to be scary if I was, or extra firm. I just wanted to answer some questions and make sure I got those questions answered. I know we have a lot of conversation going on. We have a little party, and that's fine, but I do want to, at some point, maybe toward the end, answer questions. Now today, if you have a question this morning, I want you to put your questions in all capitals so I can see it easily. And that way I know anything else is just a comment. If it's a comment, don't put it in capitals. If it's a question that has to do with Flylady, please put it in capitals. Now, one more thing, not to be scary, just to tell you, I really don't want to answer questions, and I have a heart for you. I'm not saying I don't. But if you have an illness, you can share that with everyone. But I'm not going to answer it in a question, because everyone who has an illness knows that if you're following me, that I ask you to go slow on those days and do as little as possible. That's the flat answer for that. So if you have an illness or disability that today is preventing you from doing your work, and you feel like you need to share that, you can share that, but don't ask me that in a question, okay? And I don't mean that to be mean, I'm trying to be sweet. I'm actually not trying to be sweet. I am sweet, dang it. I just want you to know that I'm not trying to boss you around. I just am trying to make the most of the time that I have on the phone here, because I only have 30 minutes on this talk with you, and I want to talk to you. And then after I answer some questions, I can look through the comments and see if I want to join in the party. I'd love to. I really do. Sometimes I see things y'all are talking about, and on the inside I'm laughing and wanting to say things. I just don't have time. So thank you. Cinderly said I could never be scary. Good. All right, I'm going to take a minute to run through and say hello to everyone, and then we'll get on with questions. Remember, questions are in all caps so I can see them. Everything else is in regular text, okay? Okay, here we go. Let's say hello to everyone. Oh my goodness, we already have 50 people on. Melissa, good morning, and Cinderly, Margot and Anastasia, Carrie Joy and Barb, Margaret Rose and Amanda, Trish the Dish, and Elizabeth. By the way, Elizabeth, I corrected something you said yesterday without reading your whole comment, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I read the comment later and said, oh my goodness, that's not what she said at all, so I apologize. Okay, going forward. Alexis and Cynthia, Curly Kiki, which is Kiona and Janet, Micah and Anastasia, Trudy and Ashley, our monitor, Ruth down in Brazil, and Maria, Mr. B's on here, of course, Anita Dodson, and Jackie Longnecker, Maria and Linda, and Rachel and Cinderly again, Barb is here, and Jessie B, Joanne Plons is here, Wendy and Pat Fisher, Pamela and Micah. Okay, if you have a question, ask me your question in big caps. Ashley's put an example there for you. So if you have a question, put it in big caps. While there's only 50, 55 people on here, I'm going to pop in and see some comments that people have made so I can be in here too. So I've seen some lovely comments this morning. Barb's YouTube is finally working. Trisha's saying good morning to both of us, Mr. B. Cynthia is saying, I was wiping my counters when the notification came in, so I had to finish that first. I love it. Curly Kiki, Kiona actually enjoyed the 10-question format. I'm loving that, Kiona. That's wonderful. Janet said, good morning, finally got a notification. Micah said, I lost my grandmother yesterday. Oh, Micah, heartfelt sorrow. I'm so sorry for you. I need to know how you recommend to clean her home. It is, Micah, where's it continued? Micah, it didn't get continued, honey. Oh, there it is. I tried to do a question, it didn't post. Well, I saw that, so make sure you put it in caps, but I'm thinking that you want to know how to clean your grandmother's house, and you do it just like you do any house. You start at one, and if it's your grandmother's house and you're actually going to empty it out, then you start by getting rid of all the trash. Get rid of all the trash so you can see what she has left. Get rid of all the trash, and then go through her stuff and get rid of anything that's broken, that's also trash. And then anything that you, your siblings, your cousins, whomever don't want, you don't think they would want, then you put that in the giveaway and you take those loads to the Goodwill. Anything that you think your cousins, your sisters, whatever, your brothers might want, your aunts, your uncles, then you keep that. And if it's not something you want and you're in charge, I would assume that if you're in charge, then you get first pick because you're doing all the work. So take the things that you like. Make sure that's okay with your family. But if you're doing the work, whomever's doing the work, I would assume that the rest of the family would say, absolutely, you can take what you like. Be fair, but take what you like. And then leave the rest out on tables or whatever and have them come and look. You may want to have an estate sale, depending on how much she has, to get rid of maybe sets of china that no one wants, furniture, beautiful things that she might have, some not so beautiful things that she might have. So there's lots and lots of things to do besides cleaning the home, but that's what I would do. And then once you get all the things out, then you can do a deep clean of the home. Of course, you probably want to do at least like a weekly home blessing type thing in there just to get it clean enough for you to work, depending on how well she kept house. I hope that helps you. And again, I'm so sorry you lost your grandmother. God bless. Okay. Let's see, do I have any questions? Let me go to the bottom here and see if I can find anything in caps besides Ashley telling you to put it in caps. Oh, here's Libby Chapman. What order are we supposed to do the planning and desk day? Well, there's not really an order. The order that I speak about, Libby, is to start with the refrigerator. And the only reason I say that is because part of planning and desk day is doing your grocery list and looking at your budget and paying your bills, and those kind of all go together. So if you don't know what you need, you won't know how to make a grocery list. So start in the fridge, get rid of the wilted celery, all that stuff. So start in the fridge, give it a wipe out, make room for your new things, and then your new groceries that you're going to get. Look in the pantry, look in the freezer, look in the fridge, and see if there's some foods you can use this week in your menu. Make your menu based on what you have. Make your grocery list based on what you're missing. So that's why I start with the refrigerator in the kitchen. Then you go to your desk and you balance your checkbook, look at your budget, make sure you're in budget, and plan out your week. I plan out my week last because I want to make sure I get this stuff done so I can buy my groceries. And then I have some quiet time to think, and I don't have anything on me thinking I need to make the budget, I need to check the budget, I need to balance the checkbook, do I have enough money for groceries? I'm not having to think about that. This is going to be last because you've given yourself the freedom to really plan. I hope that answered your question, Libby. Okay, let's see if we have another one. That's question number 1. I don't know that I'll get 10, but that's okay. Let's see, any more questions? Actually, that's question number 2, isn't it? Because I got Micah's question. Okay, don't have any more questions. Well, great. Let's just have a little party then. Let's see what we've got. I read that one, and I read that one. Okay, Trudy Potts says, I'm looking forward to my mentoring phone call this morning. Yes, today I'm starting with 10 new fly babies who I'm mentoring, and they're only going to be on for 90 days. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to have them for 90 days because you can turn your life around in 90 days. They're going to be very focused, and they're going to do every single thing that I'm telling you guys to do. You could follow along virtually just by doing every single thing I tell you to do, and then in 90 days, you're going to have a new way of thinking about things, and your house is going to look so much better. Okay, Ashley, question 3 is from Lynn Shear. Okay, let me find it. Lynn Shear, you know I call you that, darling. Will your book have the newbie, what's a VID, routines and the other routines listed? What's a VID? Tell me what that is. But will it have routines listed? Yes, I would say that it's probably going to have routines listed. Okay, next question. When you do a deep vacuum, this is question number 4, do you pull out all the furniture or just do detailed job around the edges? When you do a deep vacuum, you vacuum the entire floor, which means you're going to be vacuuming under. However, you may choose to do a deep vacuum that means you're just getting the corners and around the furniture, and at another time you decide to vacuum under the furniture. Okay? All right. I hope that answered your question, Jessie B. Okay. Video. Am I going to do a video? Okay, let me go back and read the question again. Will your book have the newbie video routines? Yes, it will. Thanks. Thanks. This old girl is so crazy. Book, tell me about it. Okay, that is a question, and I'll answer it, Wendy. I'm writing a book. Books take a long time, guys. Don't think it's coming out tomorrow. Books take a long time. You've got to write the book. You've got to find a publisher, a literary agent. Then you've got to find a publisher. Then you're going to have to get it published. And then it's going to be edited again and again. And then finally it'll come out. Because I don't want to do a little self-published book. I want a real book. A real book that you can be proud to have on your shelf. A real book that you'll enjoy reading online, that will have professionals helping me get it to the format that I want for you. I want you to have the best. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be the best I can do. And so it takes time to write a book. But all your little nuggets that you're giving me help me and help me make decisions about the book. Okay? I am going to feature success stories in each chapter. I just want you to know that. Okay. Question from Jessie B. So this is question number 6. So the last day of the zone is today, then the next zone starts tomorrow? Yes. Zone 1 always starts on the first day of the month. And zones run from Monday to Saturday. You don't work on a zone on Sunday, and if you're an at-home fly baby, you don't work on a zone on Saturday. So there is a possibility on some months that you could miss zone 1 entirely, because if the first falls on a Saturday and you're an at-home fly baby and you don't do zones on the weekend, Monday zone 2 starts. Sometimes zone 1 falls on a Monday and all week long you have zone 1. Sometimes it's like this. We're only going to have one day of zone 1. It's always different, and it doesn't matter. It works out. Okay, good question. Let's see. I'm not going to count these anymore. I'm losing track, and Ashley, I don't know what number I'm on. Can you please give me your contact information again so I can be put in the list for mentoring? I know there's a long wait, and I'm making amazing progress just following the videos. Trish, great question. I'm not doing any more wait lists. Let me tell you why. I've done 2 wait lists so far, and each time the same thing happens. I have all the people on the wait list. I have their contact information, which is email, or if they're on Patreon comment, and I contact them. Of the 12 that I had on wait list for this class of 10, I have exactly 3 who decided they wanted to be in the class. The others did not respond. One did respond and said, I just can't do it, my timing is off, so she actually responded. But the rest did not ever even answer me. And they're people that I see on my live chats, so sometimes. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to announce it, and unfortunately, it's going to be first come, first serve. I don't know of any other way to do it fairly. Yeah, that's what, or I guess I could do a drawing. I could do a drawing. Tell me what you want, in caps. Tell me what you want. Just one no, don't put it in caps. Never mind, don't put it in caps. Because I'll think it's questions. Just tell me what you want. I'll notice it in here. What would you like? Okay. Lynn, thank you. Lynn said she's going to enjoy the book. And Joanne's giving love to my folks. Joanne's part of the group. Margaret Rose, you were always bossy, but my go-to person for an honest answer, and I love you for that. Thank you, my dear friend Margaret, my oldest friend in the whole world. I was always bossy, wasn't I? Is it because I'm the oldest of 3 girls? I don't know. Libby does not want a drawing. She wants first come, first serve. Okay, good to know. Gail Buster loves the dummy books. Flylady for Dummies. I know we're not dummies, but beautiful. Flylady for Beauties. Micah says a drawing would be fun. What's the daily thing today? Jessie B asked. The daily thing today, if you mean what are we doing today, we're doing our morning routine. We're doing our laundry, and we're doing our paper routine. We do those every single day. Paper is only there if you have a paper clutter problem. If there's no more paper clutter, no paper. If you don't have to do laundry every day, you don't have enough laundry, you don't have to do laundry. But these are daily things. The other daily thing we do is our after dinner routine and our before bed routine. I know that on the flylady.net system, they send out daily things to do. I don't embrace that. I don't think it's necessary because we're doing everything we need to do, and you who are smart and beautiful know what needs to be done in your home, for example, in your zone or in your basic weekly plan, okay? All right, let's see. Trish, I'm sorry, darling. Elizabeth, will you keep re-announcing it in case we miss it the first time? Yes, I will. Curly said you might want to keep a pen or a pad close by to keep up with the question numbers. I've given up on them. I'm just going to keep answering questions until we get to 30 minutes. You know, there's no perfection. I just tried to do that perfectly, and it, you know, that's not happening. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm looking, did I miss any questions? I don't think I missed any questions. All right, let me go back here and see what else. Yep, no, I answered those. Yay. I didn't get a lot of questions this morning, but that's okay. Have you done your morning routine? Have you done your morning routine? Everybody. Joanne, have you done your morning routine? Ashley, have you done your morning routine? Mr. B, have you done your morning routine? Boom. What is that about, Larry? I missed your question, Wendy. Is it in caps, darling? Can you type it again? I didn't find it. Sometimes they're just not here. I know people think I miss things, and I'm really looking. I think your imperfection is perfect, Sherry said. Yay. Okay, Ruth said her morning routines are almost done, or are done. Yes. So everybody's doing their morning routines. I'm in the middle of my morning routine, Elizabeth says. Yes, morning routine done, Marie says. I'm dragging half the way done with my morning routine. Roxy, it's 5:30. I've not done my morning routine. Acceptable. Alicia said, morning routine now, off to the gym and back to finish my cake. Sweet. MT, running behind and feeling very lazy this morning. Help. I usually follow the system every day. I just feel like I need a break today. No breaks. Your break is on Tuesday. There's my sketty cat. Woo. Okay. That's how Ashley says it. Joanne says, I really don't have one, but coffee. Oh, and coffee. And yes, done. Joanne, that's why I specifically ask you, because I know you're not really one of my fly babies. You just love me and you want to follow along. And same with Ashley. But morning routine is just doing something every morning besides coffee, and more coffee, where you are set up for the day, so you don't have to worry about doing that ever again in the morning. That's all. Jessie said, do you have carpets in your house? How frequently do you have a carpet cleaner come? I do. I have carpets upstairs only, and I haven't had a carpet cleaner come since I've installed them, but they've only been in for, time flies. It could be 2 years, but they're also just upstairs with just me and Mr. B and just me coming in this office. Downstairs is all hardwood, well, Pergo flooring. Trish, I'm dragging. Okay, Trish is talking to Elizabeth. Elizabeth's talking to Trish. I love it. I knew you would say that, Kat, Miss MT said. You did? You're so funny. Ashley just bangs it out. Will feel so amazing once it's finished. See, Ashley started doing her morning routine. I'm so proud of you, Ash. And then you can drink coffee, Joanne. Okay, Cindy, kids that are home today due to the cold. That's good. I love having kids home. If your kids are old enough, which they probably are if they're school-age children, you can delegate a couple of little things for them to do, and you can also make sure that they remain, that your house doesn't blow up. Was it you, Cindy, who asked me that yesterday, who said their house blew up when they went to work, and they came back, and the house was so disappointing, and I told you how to talk to your kids? It was one of you. But if your kids are home, and especially if you're not home and your kids are home, but even if you are home, they do tend to blow a place up. When they go to school, they're not allowed to blow up the classroom. They can't just have their books and stuff everywhere. And the same at home. You have to say, look, honey, you can play with 2 or 3 of your toys or sets of toys at a time, but you don't need 15 sets of toys out because you're not playing with them. You're stepping on them and shoving them around. Put all those back and get out the 3 that you want to play with the most. And when you're through playing with one, put it back. And you teach them that over and over again. You're always there, always encouraging, always teaching. That's part of a mother's job. Okay, Gail said it's still dark outside. This is the start of our morning routine. You're the first born like me, and that's why you're bossy. Well, if I wasn't bossy, no one would do it. And it's really important to me that you do your things for you, not for me, for you. But I'm glad I'm part of your thing. Let's see. We have lots of snow too, and we're in Michigan. I don't know who you're talking to, but I'm in Florida. Woke up super late, Micah said. The morning routine is way behind. Didn't even get husband off to work today, feeling really icky. Well, Micah, honey, of course you are. But that's okay. Go ahead and jump up and take a shower or a bath if you haven't taken one. And start your morning routine. You'll feel better. Libby says, morning is done, but last night got too late to finish paper clutter. When I was in bed, I realized I didn't wash my face. Isn't that yucky? I know. We all do it from time to time. Just don't make it a habit. Catherine said, yeah, oh man, it's 5:30, the kids are asleep, and I'm so tired. We get visitors and phone calls, and it throws me off finished routines. I finished routines, I hope, and went to bed at 11. Yikes. Morning routine didn't get done today, feeling way behind, woke up super late, didn't even get my husband off the bed. Micah, where are you calling me from? You must not be in the United States. I can't remember. Anita's from Michigan. Work, not to work. Didn't get him off to work. Okay. Elizabeth says the Hudson Valley, Connecticut border is below 0. Yikes. I'm in Michigan as well, Amanda says. Okay. All right. Exciting. Where are you, Micah? I can't remember where you are, honey. Len had a rough week, slept till 3:30 in the morning, listened while doing routines, and then going back to bed for a couple hours. Slept until 3:30 in the morning. Is it really super early where you are, Lynn? I don't know. Minnie said she's in Toronto where it's -13 and still has a hair appointment for noon. Yike. Okay, Jessie B has a question. Thank you for putting it in caps, Jess. What are you doing in the zone today? Today I am going to go into my living room and clean the sliding glass door. I haven't done that in a while. That's what I'm going to do. I've already mopped the floor in there, and what all did I do this week? I can't remember. I was actually intending to mop Larry's office, the wood floor, but I'm not going to do that. I decided I'm going to change and do the glass door. Because I can. You do have the prerogative of doing that. Let's see. Bossy equals firm but kind. Gail. Margaret Rose said, just a comment, when you mentioned you don't like to wear shoes, it reminded me of the time you messed up your heel when riding a bike with Nancy Can. Do you remember that? Yes, and guess what? I had on shoes, and the shoes got pulled into the spokes and tore the back of my heel off. Yuck, 13 stitches on the back of my right heel. Mike is in Tennessee. It's just when I use the voice app, it messes up my stuff. Okay. I thought you were in the United States, so it's like, wait, what? Next Tuesday and Wednesday will be 80 degrees here. Woohoo, roll tide. Did you say roll tide? No, you said boat day. Ooh, boat day. Tuesday, but not Wednesday. Wednesday's a work day for me, my love. But we could go Tuesday. I need to declutter. This is a question from Wendy. I need to declutter so much in our house. Do you recommend to declutter X minutes a day? No. I recommend that you declutter 4 days a week for 15 minutes. Now, there's a difference between decluttering and straightening up. Decluttering means you're getting rid of things that don't belong in that room permanently, or you're putting them away, or you're throwing them away, or you're giving them away. Straightening up means you're folding the blanket and putting it back over the couch, you're fixing the cushions, you're putting the whatever, wires to whatever they've been playing with back on the shelf, you're putting books back on the shelf. Straightening up can be done every day and should be done every day. And I hate to should you, it's kind of mean, but you want to have that done so you can see what you need to declutter. But decluttering is when you have those loads of paper and just things that just don't belong in your home. So that's my answer. If you do it 4 times a week, 15 minutes intensely in the zone, you will get it done. In 90 days, you will vastly change your life. Okay. 7 below in North Dakota this morning, 25 below wind chill. May wait till Friday for Errand day, negative 31 above tomorrow. Oh, 31 above tomorrow. What? I think you mean it's 31 degrees tomorrow, but it had a negative in front of it, so I'm confused. I talked to one of my fly babies up in Michigan last night. The wind chill had them at negative 66 degrees. Absolutely insane. I'm frantic for people living in those areas because they don't have a backup generator. And I said, if your lights went out, how do you have a plan? She said, well, we wouldn't be able to get out of the driveway because there's so much snow that is piled back around and it's too cold to go out and get the snow out. So, but her husband has a big truck and they could get in that and go to her brother's who lives 10 to 15 minutes away. I just, no fireplace. I mean, that's actually life-threatening weather. It really is. That's worse than a hurricane if you ask me. Okay. But so many of you are living through it. It's awesome. And you know what? It makes great memories, doesn't it? Remember back in 19, you can tell your grandchildren one day, oh, you think this is cold? Back in 19, it was negative 66 degrees in Michigan. Okay, wind chill. It was negative 26, I think, but with the wind chill, it was negative 66. Okay, do I have any more questions? Anita's in Michigan. Let's see. And also, I'm just doing the, to further answer your question, Jesse, I'm just doing the glass window in the living room, the big sliding glass, because I'm also working today for 5 hours of mentoring. So, and that makes me tired. Okay. Hi, Jamise. You're late. You got your morning routine done. You had yesterday's paper routine this morning. Pretty tired last night after Bible study. On my way to work while listening. Be blessed. Well, be blessed yourself there, Miss Jamise. I hope it's not too cold where you are. Caitlin says, hi, I'm at work. I will have to watch this later on during my hours off between shifts at work. Awesome. Welcome, Caitlin. Let's see, no more questions. I got 1 more minute. If you have 1 more question and it pops in before the time, I'll be happy to answer it. Kathy Jones is listening while doing morning routine. Thanks for your Patreon videos for the kids this week. My kids are grown, but so helpful for those with kids at home. These videos alone are worth the Patreon. Thank you so much. I'll be doing Patreon and review video later this week, but I notice a lot of people don't watch it, so I'll tell you so far what I've done this week. I've done a video for little kids, like kids between 4 and 6 or 7. I've done a video, how to do the Flylady system for little kids. I have how to do the Flylady system for big kids. Those are kids who are between 7 and 12. And then I have how to do the Flylady system for teenagers 13 to 18. So those are the ones I have up. If you're not a patron and you think that would be worth your time and your effort and $5, you can go in and not only watch those, but there's loads of other videos for you. I do recommend if you are a patron and that you watch the video first so that you can have input when your child is watching it or after your child has watched it. You'll know what was being said. Because maybe I'm saying something that's contrary to what you want to do. And even though I give you grace in these videos, you want to make sure your child understands that everything I say is not the law. Okay. Or you may want to say, yep, see, that's what I told you. That's where she said it. What's your opinion on the KonMari method? Wendy, I don't teach the KonMari method. I teach the Flylady method. I have watched KonMari, and I think she's adorable. I think she's sweet, and I think she's smart. I feel that that method is overwhelming for most, not all, for most of my fly babies. So I don't encourage it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it works for loads of people, which is why it's so popular. But it also doesn't work for loads of people, and that's okay too. So I teach how to do the Flylady system. But thank you for your question. Next question, if we join Patreon now, can we watch the previous videos? Absolutely. Every single video I've ever made is available on Patreon to you for no extra cost. There's my link. Larry put it out. Micah said, yes, they are. I was so happy she did my videos and my kids love them. Micah, you're the one who asked me to do those videos, and I didn't give you credit on the videos, and I apologize. But thank you. Thank you for the inspiration to do those. All right, it's been 32 minutes. I have to get ready. I have to make another video, and then I'm going to go on my mentoring with my fly babies, and looking forward to talking to them for the very first time and putting them on their 90-day plan. I'm going to go. I hope you have a fabulous day. I see Deb Cruz dropped in, and I love you very much, and I want you to always remember that you are beautiful.